Alrighty, nifty 91.50. WRPI Troy, the opinions expressed are not necessarily the opinions Executive Committee Board Trustees of the Student Union. Heck, I'm out of my mind. The universe of the absurd. They say in Maui, there was metal twisted in all weird shapes and forms. Looked at some pictures and, man, it looked like a bomb had been dropped through there. I didn't say there was, I just said it looked like. A reporter goes to Alaska by train. Then he has to ride a dog sled for several hours to get there. It's a distant town, and upon arriving, talks to the mayor of the town. Have you considered building a train station closer to town? The mayor answers, yes, we have, but eventually we decided that the train station should be closer to the railroad. Well, it's August, which means fall's on the way and winter's coming soon. And the wood pile's low, and heck, I'll tell you about hard times. The roof's been leaking all summer, but pretty much rained the whole time, so I can't fix it. Buckets here and pots and pans there. I guess I'll have to do. The wood stove done. Cracked in half. The chimney's broken. And the stovepipes rusted plumb through. The cistern's empty, and the pump is broke, and the tomatoes rotted in the field. The leathers in the pump, they're all leaking, and good lordy lordy, thank goodness it ain't gone dry. With all this rain, the water table's high. I fell in love, but he ran out on me. Let me tell you, these dusty roads and gravel paths ain't no easy way. But all I got is today. I got my health. The porch ain't fell off the house, so I guess I'll sit there and rock my life away. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to tell you about wildlife. You want to know about wildlife? I'll tell you about wildlife. Supposedly a couple hundred dead crows in the highway. Newest concern, they may have died from some kind of strange flu. And the pathologist examined the remains of all the crows, and to everybody's relief, it was confirmed that the problem was not any kind of flu. The cause of death appeared to be apparently vehicular or vehicle impacts. Is that the correct use of the word? However, during the analysis, it was noted that varying colors of paint appeared on the bird's beaks and claws. And by analyzing these paint residues, it was found that 98 of the crows had been killed by impact with motorbikes, while the rest were killed by cars. The agency that hired the ornithologist behaviorist, I'm lisping and stuttering, ornithological behaviorist to determine if there was a cause for the disproportionate percentages of motorbike kills versus car kills. And the ornithological behaviorist quickly concluded that when the crows eat roadkill, they always have a lookout crow to warn the danger. Well, that makes sense, and I've seen that. Well, they discovered that while all the lookout crows could shout, caw, caw, not a single one of them could shout, bike, bike, bike. Yeah, picking dandelions. remember when I was a kid, Mom used to make me go out with a screwdriver and dig the dandelions out of the lawn. I don't think she knew that would make some mighty potent wine. So when I got a place of myself on the back 40, I'd be out picking dandelions and gonna make some wine. Gonna mix it with some herbs, chamomile and peppermint. Well, I wasn't drinking back then and ain't drinking now, but I'd give it to my friends. But there was some really potent wine. They'd always wind up working on the farm and drinking dandelion wine, trying to load a pig in a pick-em-up truck and taking out the driver's door on a fence, or driving down the road when they shouldn't have been drinking and going to gas it up and taking out the pump, picking dandelions, mixing it with some herbs, putting a big old crock, peppermint and chamomile, and letting it ferment. So crazy, all my friends ripping off their doors and running over pumps. It's the story of my wine making, so I gave it up. Moral of the story is dandelions are really potent. If you cook them, they're fine, but if you ferment them with some herbs and chamomile and a little peppermint, they just might make you plumb crazy. Well, how would I know what plumb crazy is? 'Cause I done lost my mind a long time ago, and that's why I don't be drinking no dandelion wine or Mathugala. That's a honey wine. Speaking of honey, we got a sweet song for you by Robbie Robertson. He's going to tell you how they wrote the song the night they drove old Dixie down. Enjoy. WRPI, Troy.
When we were doing the band album, and I was writing this song.
Go, the secret's letting go. Yeah, well, Robbie Robertson wrote the night they rode old Dixie down while his daughter was sleeping. So we had to write it very quietly on the piano, and that's how the song starts out that way. Which reminds me of when I attended Levon Helms' funeral. Man, I've never seen so many show up. Anyway, state trooper pulled over a circus clown for speeding. Trooper asked the clown, "Why are you driving so fast?" And the clown says, "I'm headed to Tulsa for a circus show and I don't want to be late." The trooper asks the clown, "What are you doing the show?" "I'm a juggler," said the clown. "All right," says the trooper, "if you juggle for me, I won't give you a ticket." And the clown says, "I don't have my equipment. I got sent ahead of me." The trooper says, "Well, I've got some flares in the back of the car." As the clown begins to juggle the flares on the side of the road, a good old boy, 2 sheets to the wind for sure, must have been slopping that jug over his shoulder and taking a good swig, pulls in behind the trooper and witnesses the spectacle. After watching for a few minutes, the man climbs into the back of the squad car. The trooper, having never seen a man arrest himself before, walks over to the man and asks, "What are you doing, son?" And the man says, "Well, you may as well take me to jail now, 'cause I ain't gonna pass that sobriety test." The road is never what it seems. High roads and low roads. The road is never what it holds. Rainbows and pots of gold. Regrets and no regrets and crossroad dreams. Time to take a ride in a car or pick-em-up truck. Haunting silhouettes of a starlit night. With a nightmare of angels popping up bright. Billions of wonderful dying lights. Taking the answer for the question. Can't stay, won't, or can't leave, but